Yo, Rap Master N9ne is in the house. Well, on the phone anyway. How are you, Aaron?
Yes, I'm in the house and on the phone. I'm kicking it like a donkey, swinging like a monkey.
Brilliant. It's terrific to speak with you. And sincerely, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks for having me, man.
My pleasure. The story of you rapping the letters of your name when you were young to remember them is a terrific story, but I wanted to ask if that was in fact true.
Yes, it's totally true, man. I was super young in the projects of Kansas City, Missouri, called N9ne, and I had trouble spelling my name, and my mom and my aunties knew that I loved music so much that they taught me to say like capital A, little a, R-O-N, ... You know what I'm saying? And I learned it like that, you know what I mean? So that was their way of teaching me how to spell my name in school, you know, or in preschool or whatever.
Oh, brilliant. It must have been very difficult as a child growing up with your mum so ill. Did your childhood in Kansas City influence your early musical development?
Yes, it did, man, a whole bunch, man. You know, the whole psycho movement with N9ne, you know, wearing scrubs on stage and, you know, all sixes and sevens and everything. My whole career has been about, you know, good and bad and, you know, crazy or confused with all sixes and sevens. And I think that started because my mom was always in psychiatric wards because of her epilepsy and how she would talk after she had episodes, you know what I'm saying, of epilepsy, of seizures or whatever. And I think from visiting her in psychiatric wards and stuff throughout my life kind of hit me in a way that's what I know, you know, and we still wear the hospital scrubs to this day, man, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I can say that a lot of everything from my childhood shaped everything I do right now, you know?
Absolutely. Is that sort of the experiences that brought you to music?
Yeah, man, I write my life, so everything that I talk about is my life. I mean, if I'm talking about something real, if I'm talking about my mother being ill or whatever, you know what I mean? Without that, I wouldn't have these stories, you know what I'm saying? Without life, I would have no stories. It would just be my imagination, which I do use my imagination in some songs, but, you know, it's my canvas. I can do whatever I want to do, but all of my music, whether I'm talking about my mom being sick, whether I'm talking about psycho chicks or whatever, or if I'm talking about my flow or anything, it's from my experiences and what I've learned in life. So thank God for that platform.
Yeah, and it comes across so beautifully in your music, the truth of the lyrics behind it. How difficult was it to get established?
To get what?
To get established in the music business.
Oh, established. It's really a hard thing when you don't do like everybody else does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you choose to go to a different direction than the whole hip-hop community. Like, if everybody's dressing this certain way, you say, forget that. I'm going to spike my red hair and make it look like a crown. I'm going to put face paint on because I feared clowns when I was younger, and now I became what I feared. I'm going to wear this bishop's robe. You know, it was so hard being a black dude with a painted face, with a bishop's robe, and spiked red hair. You can say that's so hard to sell when everybody else is doing something different. But that's why that's why it was a blessing that found Travis, and we found each other to start our own label of strange music, because nobody understood. The majors did not understand what to do with that kind of black dude when nobody in the industry looks like that or looked like that. So very hard to be established being N9ne. Still hard to this day, but to see it grow and seeing the fans still multiplying, you know what I'm saying, so many years later is just a beautiful thing, man, to see it still growing and us being on the incline with such a hard sell in a place, in a field where everybody copycats or copies what's hot in their opinion, you know what I mean, in a world that creates drones of other people, you know what I'm saying, to get money, to be able to be strange and still make it on the Forbes list is a testament, for sure.
Absolutely, and congratulations on your success with Strange Music. It's tremendous.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Bitch to me is a celebration of success. Is that an accurate interpretation?
Totally, man. You know, breaking into colored houses, man. It came from being different and losing a lot of my fans, certain kind of fans, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was just so many years of begging, like, come on, man, my people are missing the shows and missing this beautiful music. So many years of begging and asking them to come back. It's like, no, beautiful music will bring people back who thought that I was a devil worshiper, who thought that I only did music for white folks, that thought that, I was, doing something other than what they liked, you know what I mean? So I got tired of asking, and I kicked the door down, breaking into colored houses. It's like I will no longer force anything good down somebody's throat. If it's good, I don't have to force it down your throat, and I will never do it again because really good music will speak for itself. So I broke into these houses that wouldn't let me in with good music.
Absolutely, and I hope you'll forgive me, but when I need some inspiration, Bitch is the track I put on.
That's beautiful, man. It's like no matter how many barriers or so many walls that are put in front of you, you bust through them, no matter, because they're non-existent. It shouldn't be a genre that blocks you from doing this sort of music. It shouldn't be anything that blocks you from any kind of thing that you're trying to get to. So that's pretty much what Bitch is about. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't care, man. I'm going through this. This has been the opposition for so many years that it's not going to be anymore, because I'm going to make my music and keep banging it over people's heads until they get it, you know.
Absolutely. If I can mirror your philosophy, mine is why stand at the front door knocking when there's a back door waiting to be kicked in.
Totally, man. Totally.
Evil Brain, Angel Heart is a tremendous track, absolutely brilliant. Would you please tell us the meaning behind it?
Evil Brain, Angel Heart. Eva was a name that I had found for myself some years ago that best described N9ne. Evil Brain, Angel Heart. You know, my heart is so big, I'll give anything to anybody in need, but my brain is so devious and deceptive, you know what I mean, that I can't hide that. You know what I'm saying? Good thing the eyes are a window to the soul, because if the eyes were a window to my brain, they'd see that I'm diabolic, you know what I mean? So Evil Brain, Angel Heart is just that, just explaining me. I said in the song, feel like I'm on Molly, heart as big as my body. When a hottie gets naughty, is racing like a Ferrari. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm explaining my heart, and then my brain just so vile, you know what I mean? So that's what that song is. It's just an explanation of N9ne. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel myself is. Evil Brain, Angel Heart, another way of saying angelic, or another way of saying all sixes and sevens, you know what I'm saying? So It's been what I've been on since I've started this quest for world domination.
Brilliant. My friend, your music is now featured on soundtracks, video games. You've even got your own unlockable character on a video game. How does it feel now to be such a pop culture icon?
It's a victory for Strange Music, because it's been so hard for us to break through, you know what I mean? And over the years, there's been things happening that have never happened before, like Lil Wayne calling me for the Carter 4 to do a song with Andre 3000 on his album, or me being on national television for the first time on Jimmy Kimmel doing me, you know what I'm saying, with my face paint and all, you know what I mean, just bringing Strange Music to 4.6 million people that were viewing, you know what I mean, having a major hit on the radio finally after all these years with Fragile, with me, Mayday, Kendall Morgan, and Kendrick Lamar. You know, just so many beautiful things happening with the people that's been having walls put in front of them, just breaking walls down, man. It just feels so beautiful to still be growing and still gaining fans. And the technicians that are here right now that are aware of N9ne, they help that. My fans help that by showing people my music and showing what kind of music you want. N9ne does everything. My fans, they champion for me all over the world. And without the technicians, this would never be as big as it is. Without the technician, there would be no this. There would be no strange music or N9ne to listen to. So I thank all the fans that are aware and spreading this gospel that I've been preaching for years.
Absolutely, and I know a lot of those fans are anticipating keenly your visit starting next month and into March.
Yeah.
Indeed. What are you expecting from New Zealand and Australian audiences?
I think in New Zealand it's going to be a homecoming because I haven't been there in over 10 years. I think the last time I was there was with Yuckmouth and Corrupt and all of us, man. We came over there and did a couple of shows in New Zealand. But, you know, Australia always shows me so much love, man, you know what I mean, and so much support that all of it is going to be like a homecoming. Like, Tech, it's taken so long for you to come back, and it's such a party over there, man, because the Aussies really love good music, you know what I mean, and everybody in New Zealand as well, man, they appreciate good music, and I'm actually going to get to do Hawaii for the first time on the way back, you know what I mean, on the 15th, if I'm not mistaken, man, and
yes.
I've always dreamt of going to Hawaii, but, you know, I was stopped years ago because they said I was a riot maker, and that's why I did the song Riot Maker, you know what I mean, because people were afraid to have me in the clubs, you know what I mean, but if they understood that the technicians are tied together as one, mind, body, and soul all over the world, that it's love at these shows and it's family affair at these shows, that we never have anything bad happen, man. This is really loud and boisterous music, and we're coming to really make everybody sweat like us, like we do on stage, because we come to work. We don't come to look pretty. We come to really give our all at these shows, man, and it's going to be a homecoming for New Zealand and all of Australia as well.
Wonderful. And are you noticing that there is a big multi-generational following for your music now?
Yes, I am, man. I am. And this is what we planned from the beginning. Me and Trav wanted a melting pot for our fans. You know what I mean? We wanted our fans. I always thought that my music should belong to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not boxed in with just one genre. I'm like just boxed in. Yes, I do hip-hop, but I actually fuse it with everything almost, you know what I mean? So there's no barrier. And fans, the way they turn out is how we've planned it to be a melting pot of different types of people or different race and different colors, you know what I'm saying, different ways of thinking, you know what I mean? But one thing we all have in common is emotions, and that's what I tap into, the emotion of the people, you know.
That's so beautifully put, and I can identify with it straight away, and we thank you very much for your music. What does the stage name N9ne mean to you now? Has its meaning differed at all over the years?
Oh, yeah, man. You know what I mean? It was given to me by a gangster, you know, because of my rapid flow. You know what I'm saying? Some of the people appointed to give an opinion can never to get it. I want you to come and come Jimmy and die. You know, it's like I always had that rapid flow. So it was given to me back in 1988. But as I got older and wiser, you know, I peeped how we spelled it. It was T-E-C-H and not like the gun, T-E-C or T-E-K at all. You know what I mean? It's T-E-C-H, short for technique, and number 9 being the number of completion. It fit me perfect because I am the complete technique of rhyme. I do everything in one, so I am the complete technique of rhyme, N9ne, technique number 9.
Magnificent. Thank you very much for that. Look, I could speak with you all day, man. I really could, but I thank you very, very much for your time. We can't wait to see you out here next month and into March. It's going to be a tremendous experience, and hopefully be able to meet you in person and hit you up for a face-to-face interview.
Totally, man. Much love, man. This is N9ne right here on Silver Tiger Media, baby.
Thank you, my friend.
It's all good, brother.
Take care.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.